Hi, this is Josh with Relationship Architecture. Over the years, I recall a phrase from different commentators in sports talking about a particular player they like, and they say, you know what I like about this player is he or she, they stay within themselves. And what I understand that to mean is that the player understands their strengths and weaknesses and understand how they fit within the concept of the team. And how it correlates to our personal lives is that oftentimes we can expect unrealistic expectations on ourselves. You know, I'm going to achieve this by this age, when it's probably unrealistic. You know, I think back a few years ago, I got a golf lesson from a friend who evaluated my game and said, you know, Josh, you're never going to be a scratch golfer, I'll tell you that. And I just thought, what a jerk. How can this guy tell me how good I can be? And he was actually pretty insightful. I mean, basically, I didn't start early enough to actually develop that swing that would get you to be a scratch golfer. And scratch is someone that shoots par on 18 holes and nothing over par. So they're perfect. So I didn't start early enough. And second, my value system actually doesn't allow me to play enough golf. So my desire to be a committed husband and father isn't going to afford me enough time on the golf course to get to a zero handicap. Okay, I'm trying to play 2 or 3 times a month, and that's about it. So I'd have to adjust my expectations of my golf game to actually line up with what I have available time-wise. And it goes for every other part of our life. How successful we are in our career, or in our spiritual walk, or in our roles as husbands and wives and friends and people in the community. They have to coincide with, one, what's realistic, and two, does it coincide with your value system? You know, does my value system actually support me putting my career first and being the best I can be in my career? No. That doesn't mean I can't be great and I can't be my best, but I might not be the best because my value system might say, hey, you know, close the computer, shut down work, go home, be with the family, instead of staying up late working and working and working. And if that's your value system and that's a realistic expectation, it's attainable, you know, go for it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But if you've committed to other things in your life or want other things in your life, then it's foolish to compare yourself to a list of things that aren't attainable or aren't within your skill set or within your value system. So what do you do with this? I want you to think about all the things that you evaluate yourself by. Looks, relationships, business, work ethic, all that, and say, what are you continually going through as a list on a day-to-day basis? And then do 2 things. One, make sure they're realistic goals. Make sure they're even attainable things. Other than you're beating yourself over something you can't even achieve, that's foolish. So make sure it's realistic. Second, make sure it coincides with your value system. If it doesn't, you got to let it go, or you have to adjust it to meet those appropriate needs. So again, golf example would say, instead of me being, I want to be a 0 handicap, say actually it's more realistic for me to shoot for a 9. Okay, 9 over par. Meaning, given the time I have throughout the week and throughout the month, I could probably make that a consistent score. Okay, that would be realistic, and it doesn't disrupt my value system, my other commitments. So take that, I want you to chew on that and kind of run through the rest of your life. What does that look like in all those areas? And make sure you're being fair to yourself, but you're also challenging yourself. I want to thank you for joining me today. This has been Josh with Relationship Architecture.